Evening News with Lucrezia Millarini.
Good evening. A couple who starved and buried their 3-year-old son in their back garden have been found guilty of causing or allowing his death. A court heard that Abiya Yashariyala had suffered breathtaking neglect at the hands of his parents before his death in Handsworth in the West Midlands. It's thought the child died from severe malnourishment. His parents had opted out of conventional life and set up their own kingdom. And a warning, you may find some of the details of the case upsetting in this report from our Midlands correspondent, Ben Chapman. Well, next, the Prime Minister today set out 6 targets, or as he called them, milestones, as part of his plan for change. They include building 1.5 million homes in England, more police officers in local neighbourhoods in England and Wales, and pledges on reducing hospital backlogs in England. Sir Keir Starmer also promised to raise living standards across the UK, but wouldn't say by how much. He also wouldn't put a figure on a pledge to reduce immigration. The Conservatives called it a desperate relaunch and said the Labour government had so far only delivered broken promises. Here's our political editor, Robert Peston. Well, the Prime Minister announced some ambitious targets, so how likely is the government to achieve them? Here's our Deputy Political Editor, Anushka Asthana, with the details. Anushka Asthana there. Well, now back to our Political Editor, Robert Peston. Next tonight, a 3-time Olympic gold medalist Charlotte Dujardin says she fully respects the 1-year ban given to her for whipping a horse during a coaching session. Dujardin was provisionally suspended from the sport the week the Paris Olympics started after a video of the incident emerged. She says it was one of the darkest and most difficult periods of her life and says she's currently pregnant. And a warning that this report from our sports editor Steve Scott contains footage of the whipping incident. All that and more after the break. And finally tonight, former Man United star Wayne Rooney has led tributes to Kath Phipps, the club's much-loved receptionist who has died aged 85. Kath worked for the Red Devils for 56 years, joining them in the 1960s. She always had a smile, no matter the result or where the club were in the league table. Here's our North of England reporter Amy Welch on the warm memories of a club legend. Kath Phipps, who has died. That is all for now. Geraint is here with the latest after I'm a Celebrity, but from me and the Evening News team, bye-bye.